All right. All right. Whatever you do, don't freeze up on me. Plus, I had, two charts going, and I had probably 20 markets in each one. So I had a lot of resources going on. And my computer does fine, unless I'm in a webinar with lots of resources going on and it's recording. So anyway, Wes, let me turn the mic on for you. Wes, how are you doing, sir? Now, Wes, you can turn your own mic on anytime that you want to. And then when you want to say something, turn your mic on. And then when you finish, you turn your mic off. That way we don't have background noise going on from everybody with the mic open. Anyway, let's take a look at jump stops. I was in an order today where I had a jump stop. And I'm going to get rid of this, but I'm not going to get rid of it right now. I'll get rid of it later. Get rid of it in the morning on the open when I'm in the room. Anyway, I had wheat today. You see wheat popped up here. And yesterday, just so happened, I got lucky on that one. Hold on. Here, let's see here. Where am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Okay. I was in the room yesterday morning, I placed a trade. Hold on, let me see. Here it is. And I used to jump stop. Here it is. Sorry about that. Yesterday, I placed this trade in here, February the 23rd, May wheat, buy stop with a jump stop of 70 and 10. And so there was my order. It got filled. You can see it was 74 up to here, and I didn't quite go that high. I went down 70 and 10, and then I started manually moving it, which I'll show you here in a minute. Right? So I came in here, and we're going to do some here on a faster chart just for playing around here in a few minutes to show you how they work. But anyway, that market came in. My stop was way down here, if you remember where it was here. My stop here. My stop was down here at 24 and a quarter. And as soon as that market moved 70 ticks, my stop jumped up to break even. And then I started manually moving the stop. And as unluck would have it, my computer froze up right when it was up here at the highs when I was trying to come in and back it off, and I was going to trade it like $50, and I was up over $1,000. And I was going to start trailing it by about $50 because I knew that it was going to hit up here or try to hit up here and then fall back. And I wanted to lock in as much as I could. That's when the computer went down. And so I was, by the time I rebooted and got everything going again, I took $775 out of it. Let me get my chart open again. Hold on. All right. I just want to show you how that worked this morning. Now, a jump stop, let me ask, does anyone in here not know what a jump stop is? Let me turn on, Michelle, hold on. Grant Mike, Alex, Grant Mike. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I don't have like 10 mics or turned on. So anyway, everybody has access to a mic that's in the room right now. And to say something, all you do is Alex, you just turn your mic on. That's great.
No idea what stop is.
You don't know?
Nope.
Okay, well, you're going to find out here in a minute. So anyway, the way that it works in the room is that we kind of keep the static down and the background noise down from everybody. You're more than welcome to jump in and talk and ask questions or anything anytime you want to. But when you finish doing that, please turn your mics off so that we don't have 8, 10, 15 people or something with microphones on in the background all the time. All right. A jump stop's pretty simple. All right. We're going to come in here and we're going to look at a market that's open right now. I think crude is crude open right now. Yeah, crude's open. All right. A jump stop. And I'm going to go in here on a real fast chart. And I don't trade these charts. This is for examples only. I do not trade fast charts. I don't trade 15-minute charts. Definitely don't look at 5-minute charts. The fastest chart that I'll look at is a 60-minute chart. All right? Because if you're like me, you'll get your backside handed to you on these fast charts. All right, here's a 30-minute chart. I'm going to change that over here. And we're going to go from a 30-minute, just to show you how a jump stop would work. We're going to go, let's say 10-minute. All right, we'll go down here to a 10-minute chart. Let that refresh. So it's gathering data. So it's got a whole bunch of data. There we go. All right, this is a 5-minute chart on crude. All right. Now then, first thing, as I'm sure that you all know, Mark, hang on. I'm going to try to turn your mic on here. Michael, I'm going to try to turn your mic on. I can only turn so many on at once. He gets 10, I think. I may be pushing the limit here. All right. And if not, you can always send me a chat. Wes, no mic yet. Sorry. Okay. Back over here, people. Wes, I got your mic. Okay. First thing, obviously, you have to do is pick which direction that you want the market to go in, or that you think the market's going to go in. So right now, would you be bullish or bearish? I'd certainly be bullish. I am very bullish on crude. I think crude's going to hit $100 a barrel. All right, by the end of the year. Just my 2 cents. All right, it's already at 63, and very recently it was down here at 30 something. So anyway, it's doubled. It's at 63. I think it's going to, like I said, going to 100. So if you thought that market was going to rally, all right, and I'm just going to place a trade, and this trade is, we're in the demo account, so it's not going to matter. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to buy on a stop, right here. And so I'm going to buy one on a stop, right? Now it's already automatically set up my limit order down here, protective stop, and it's at the same time set up my target up here of 2,000. And you do that over here, setting the stop at 200 and your limit at 200. So anyway, then you can adjust it. Now, let's try to figure out where that market may go. Now, we have no idea because it hasn't been up in this area for a long, long time. All right, so let's open up another chart, and we're going to guesstimate where that might go. All right, there's our order on a daily. All right, so, gosh, it'll be hard to guesstimate. I'll use a 1, 2, 3 tool. That's not going to work. One, that's going to come down. Target on the downside. I don't want that. All right, just for fun, we're going to say that market may not have been the best market to use it for an example, but I'll say that market is going to come up here, and there was resistance up in this area. All right. Or it could have been support that becomes resistance. But anyway, we think that is an area where the market may have trouble passing, getting through, and we want to lock in some profits. So what we do is come over here, and we say this is our entry, and this is where we think the market may have trouble getting through. And then I go over here to preferences, ticks. That happens to be 130 ticks, right? Now I'm going to leave my stop, right here, just for now, and go in here and edit the order. And then I'm going to say jump stop is going to be 130, and then you lock in profits. Oops, not 1,300. 130, and you could say 50 if you wanted to. Now you'll see that it jumped up here and it says sell one, jump stop 130 and 50. Now what's going to happen if we get filled on this and price shoots up here and hits 130 ticks, it's going to move my stop automatically to break even plus 50 ticks. All right, so let's go back in here and put 50 ticks in here. Here, preferences, ticks, and that's 64. Bring that down here. That's close enough, 49 ticks. All right, and that's 480 bucks. Right, so if the market, if we get filled, price comes up to here, my stop will automatically go to break even plus 50 ticks, which is here. So we're going to lock in 490 bucks. Questions from anyone on that so far?
Hey, David.
Yes.
The question I have is, I understand the jump stop to break even and identify how far you want your target to go and things like that. Where I get confused is the ticks, like you picked 50 ticks. That's where I get confused, on that number, 50, 20, 30.
Guesstimated.
Do you have a general rule of thumb?
Yes.
Okay.
Guess. Best guess.
Okay.
Because I don't know where.
All right. Thanks.
I just know where it may, or I feel that it's going to run into trouble. Now, if you're in a very volatile market, you might want to move that stop, say, to a jump stop of 130 and 100. Then you're locking in $1,000. If it's a very
Okay.
slow market that's just been going up and up and up and up, you can take corn and look at it. All right, here, corn. Here, like back in this area here, you could have put a jump stop in this area here, and put a jump stop of break even plus 2 ticks or 5 ticks, and just let it run. You wouldn't want to put a jump stop in here of 50 ticks. You can go 50 ticks. Put a jump stop. Well, if you got in here, let's just look at it. Go here and change it to ticks. Let's say that you got into the market long here, and you put a jump stop of 36 ticks. It moved your stop up to here. All right. If that was hit, it would move your stop up to how many ticks you told it to. I certainly wouldn't go break even plus 50 ticks or something, because the market's not moving that much. So I'd probably go to a jump stop of 36 and maybe 5 ticks or something, pays for commissions.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
Makes
and
sense.
you just let it kind of ride. And I'm going to show you how to let it ride here too, all right? And how to manually do that, or not manually, automatically do that. All right, now we've got crude. Back over here to the charts. What about got pending? All right, pending. Well, I don't have anything. Right here. All right, here's my order here. Now let's say that price does come back up and it hits this 130. My jump stop is going to take my stop up here to 50. I said 49 here. All right. Preferences ticks. There's 51. Okay. So my jump is going, if it hits 130, it's going up to break even plus 50. Does that automatically without me touching or doing anything? With me on that? John, you got that down? Okay. Now then, I'm going to show you something else that you can do. I'm going to turn on, let's go back here to this fast chart that I never trade. Never, ever. When you see me trade a 10-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, ever. I mean, hell, on a 5-minute chart, you can lose $500 by the time you go in and get a cup of coffee and pour it. Anyway, here. Jump stop is at 130.50. Now, let's say that it did hit that. I'm going to edit that order. And let's say that that jump stop did hit. Then you can trail a stop, all right, after that. And let's say we're going to trail dollars behind. So let's trail $100 behind. Right? So our jump stop is 130.50. After that, or when that is hit, if that is hit, after that, our stop will automatically trail $100 behind the market without us touching it. Questions, anyone? No? Okay, I just turned on bulls and bears. Now, we know that if price comes down here past this blue light, that's part of the bulls and bears. So if price comes down below this blue light's going to flip up to the top here. If you're not familiar with that, go in and watch some of the lessons that are in the community on bulls and bears. All right, it just did. Now watch it. It's going to flip here. You might not see it to the next bar, but it will flip. All right. And then we could, knowing that it's going to flip up here to the top, we could say, okay, we're going to now trail our stops, not dollars behind, but blue light. So our stop's going to go to break even plus 50. And then wherever blue light is up here, it's going to trail that. And as if blue light goes up, it's going to have to take that back. Can't do blue light because it's going down the wrong way. But if blue light was up here and climbing, we could trail blue light. And it would automatically trail that. Let's trail something else here. Let's just edit that. Let's trail something else here. We could do percent behind, dollars behind, price bars back. You can do price bars back if you want to. You can say, okay, I want it to trail 3 price bars back, wherever they are. It can't go in, but in one direction, by the way. So if your stop goes up, and then the price starts coming down, and the bars start coming down, your price will stay where it was. All right, it can't go in reverse. You can't lower a stop. You can raise a stop, but not lower a stop if you're long. All right, so you can do price bars behind if you wanted to. Well, that's not a real good example because we didn't get filled yet, right? Come on, edit order. Why won't you let me edit order? Let's see, this is aggravating. Doesn't do this. Doesn't ever do this unless I'm in the webinar. Edit order. There it is. Right? Price bars back. You can trail zigzag. You can trail any indicator that's within track and trade that gives you a buy and sell signal, right? Which slow stochastics, MACD, all the ones that give you buy and sell signals, you can actually trail with those. So if you got a reversal signal, you could trail, you you could come up here and say, okay, I'm long. And if I get a slow stochastic reversal signal that tells me to go short, then it'll move this, it'll move the stop up. You can also do, we're not going to get into autopilot, but you can do that in autopilot. But I don't use autopilot to trade with. All right. Let's see if we can't find a better chart. All right. Make sure that's the only thing I have on here. Delete order. There. Right. Let's find another chart that may be taking off and doing something instead of just sitting here. Morning silver. I don't want to do silver. Let's look here. John, you were looking at the Aussie earlier, you said. Let's see what it may be doing now. All right, let's go back in.
April hog's pretty parabolic right now.
Okay, hold on. No, okay, I don't. April hogs. Little piggies. It really shot up today. All right, gapped up. Now I would think that gap's going to fill, and it should come back down some tomorrow. I would think. But if it doesn't, and if I wanted to get long that market, let's just I can't place a trade here because the market's not open. But if it were me, I'd be placed in a limit order to buy that market down here somewhere. So if that comes back down and hits that resistance and bounces off, or if it fills that gap and then takes off. If I can't get it cheap, I don't want it. Let's find a market that's open here. S&P March. All right, here we go. This is a good example. I'll actually place this trade. And I'm not bullish on the S&P. I think the S&P is going to have a, what's politically correct word? A correction. All right. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a buy stop in here. All right. And I'm just going to put a stop down here as an example, and I'm going to move this up here. All right. Now, since we're at highs up here, there's no way to really know where that market may go, how high it may go. All right. And by putting a jump stop this close, it's awfully tight, but I'm going to use it as an example only. Here, if the market comes up to here, let me do something that makes it a little bit easier. There. All right. So if the market comes up to here, come on. If the market comes up to here, about $1,300, and we're going to see how many ticks that is. So we're going to right click, preferences, go to ticks. That's 92 ticks, right? So let's change this. Now this is one where I'd use a very small amount to bring my stop up to break even plus 5 ticks maybe or something. Let's edit that order, and we're going to use a jump stop. I'm not going to squeeze it to 92. Let me say, let's say 88 and 5. Right? So if that market goes up 88 ticks, which is just shy of here, it's going to move my stop from here up to here to break even plus 5 ticks. Pays commissions, pays slippage. And I'll let it ride. Or I would let it ride, or I would do a manual stop, keep moving it. I would set up another stop, let it follow blue light or something. Bulls and Bears, the blue light system, right? Right now, blue light is up here, so it'd be a perfect example. Because if price comes back up through here and hits this, blue light's going to flip. It's going to come down, and I could trail blue light once it started getting back in here. I might have to go to a much faster chart just for a stop. So I might have to go into a 60-minute chart and trail blue light on that. Here, yeah, I could do that. I could set up a jump stop, move it to, what was it, 88 and 5, and then my stop would go up to here, and then blue light, it would catch blue light and start trailing the blue light all the way up. But blue light obviously would have to be up here, so blue light would have to come through where my stop is, and then it would start trailing blue light on the way up. All right. Questions on that so far? I don't know that. Questions. I've got some questions. All right. I'm using two computer screens, so I apologize for not seeing the question. If Bulls and Bears, the same as parabolic ZAR on a, no. Bulls and Bears is a proprietary system. We'll get a clean chart here and we'll look. All right. Let's go over here. All right. I just put that order on, so that's going to be a live order. All right. Let's go over and look at something else. Nasdaq's trading right now. It's trading, yeah, it's got a little activity to it. All right, here. Well, here would be a good example. I'm going to take off these settings over here. I'm going to take off momentum. I'm going to take off stochastics because it has sell signals. Remove that. Leave seasonals. All right, let's turn on Bulls and Bears. There's the blue light. And we'll go to charter overlay. Parabolic ZAR. Right? Now, turn off blue light for a second. Here. All right, here's your parabolic ZAR. All right, now it looks like blue light's overlaying that, doesn't it? It is. Just happens to be that these settings here mimic that exactly. Now that's not usual. And you could also change your settings on your parabolic ZAR. Where did I put here? Change your settings over here on parabolic ZAR. But you got very odd that happened where they're exactly the same. They're close. Now I did have a student that was like a Excel wizard and loved to do that kind of stuff. And he did a spreadsheet. And if you want to send me a chat in the community, I'll try to find it and send it to you. Where he did an Excel spreadsheet where you could match exactly the settings for like parabolic ZAR and blue light. So if you wanted to have parabolic ZAR act exactly like blue light, he told you what the sensitivity settings would be and everything else. Why in the world he'd do that, I don't know, but he did. But yeah, it's in this instance, it's following very close, right? And I don't use parabolic ZAR, I use blue light. All right, so let's do a trade here. Somebody tell me what to do here. We're going to do a jump stop. We're going to enter that market. We're going to go long. We're going to put a jump stop. We're going to put a regular stop on, and we're going to see what happens here. All right, now that's $12,000. I don't know. Can't trade that. I could trade it with an option. Here. All right, here. So somebody, I've got a chat, got a questions. People here, somebody came in. Cliff. Cliff, I think I get your mic access turned on here. All right, and then I had a chat over here with somebody. Mini NQ, here we go. All right. So somebody tell me, all right, we're going to get long on this. We're going to play this on a long position. What are we going to do here? We're going to trade. Going to go buy it on a stop. That's way tight, isn't it? We're going to move this all the way up here. And I'm going to move my stop. Ah, come on, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't mess up. Does that sometimes. Here. All right. I grab my stop here. Don't do that. Come on. Move this up here for a minute. Then I can move it down. So hold on. If they're too close together, it doesn't like that. All right. So I'm going to bring this all the way down here. All right. Can somebody tell me how to figure out your jump stop? John, your turn. I'm going to beat up on you because you had the questions. Here's my resistance. How am I going to figure out a jump stop?
Draw a line.
Draw a line from where to where?
Draw a line at the top of your pivot up there. 13904.
You going to take the dollar tool? That's what you're saying?
No, just take you take you're taking along right now. So you take and put your jump stop right there. So if that market touches that, then you put your jump stop 2.5 ticks, 3 ticks down below that once it reaches that point. If it's gonna turn, it's gonna turn, and you've got your target there.
That's
if it goes past it, then you can move your jump stop again at another target.
yes, you could. Now then, how are you going to figure out how many ticks that is?
Well, just use your dollar tool.
There you go. That was the one I was looking for. Use your dollar tool. All right. So you come back up here. You right click on this. Preferences. Here. Ticks. 2,220 ticks. Right? So in Spike's example, Spike is going to say, if that market goes up, let's say 2,200, give it a little bit of room, we're going to move that stop up to 2,000.
You can't be changing the rules now.
No, I'm not.
If it touches that line, then you go just a couple ticks below that.
You could.
You don't want to give it back another 20 ticks. That's too much money. Trust me.
All right, we're good. All right, we're going to move this up then to 90. How's that for you? 2190. That make you happy?
Wonderful.
Okay, so if price comes up here, and I said 2220, I don't want to push that the limit that much. I'm going to say if it goes up 2,200, we're going to move our stop all the way up to $2,190 ticks. which is approximately about the same thing. Let's go back over here and change it here to dollars. $1,100. Okay. So in that example, our jump stop, if price hits here, actually 2,200. If it goes up 2,200 ticks, our stop will go up 2,190. All right. And then what's going to happen for Spike's sake, just for Spike, the market's going to hit this, come down, stop us out. Spike is going to say, great, I made $1,000 on that. And then he's going to go have breakfast. He's going to come back in and price shot straight to the moon. And he's, oh my God, I went up another $3,000 and I didn't get it. Well, the reason in that case, your stop was too close to your jump up here. If you had a jump down in here, now granted, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, the stop could jump up to here and come market fall right back down, and you only take $300 out of the market or something. So it's a double-edged sword. But it can happen, obviously, Spike, that it goes up, hits your stop, comes back down, stops you out, and then shoots to the moon. That's happened, and it happens all the time. I'm going to leave those two trades on just to see what happens here. But Spike, you had mentioned to me that you weren't that familiar with jump stops. You getting familiar with them now?
Oh yeah, I really like the whole concept of it, and I just never knew it. I never even knew it had it. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, it's I mean, if you play the lines like I play the lines, it would be an excellent tool because, like I say, you never know what's going to happen. If you happen to reach that target and you take your deal, it could back off 300 points again.
Yes.
And then you get stopped out, and then it'll take off again. Well, at least this way, if it starts to take off again, you're not down 300 points. You see what I mean?
Yes, I understand. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
Absolutely double-edged sword.
but you have to play your lines. Though, if you're going to play lines, you have to have rules for them, and one of them, and those are my rules. You know, if you play to the target and you get out, and then wait, and if it gets above the target, then you start playing it again.
Yes, you can absolutely do that. Now you can also come in here and do two things, Spike. You could trail this. Let's say instead of 2190, you could say trail 2000, and then trail dollars behind 100, which gives you a little bit of room up here for it to bounce back down and then take off again. All right. So you could do it that way too. I mean, that's a way to play it. Not that it's right, not that it's wrong. Every trade is different, but it does give you a little bit of breathing room. All right. So I'm going to leave it like that. And you can see that it says sell one, jump 2,200, 2,000, and then trail $100 behind. So what takes precedence first, that the first thing that happens or has to happen, because it's above it, your jump stop has to be hit first. After your jump stop is hit, then you start trailing $100 behind. You can't trail $100 behind the market if you have a jump stop. Now you could take the jump stop off and just trail $100 behind the market if that's what you wanted to do without a jump stop. But that's really tight. You're going to get just whacked. All right. Here. All right. Mic access, only 10. All right. Kindly revoke access from any of them and grant access to David Hudson. All right. David, you're trying to get mic access here, and I can't give it to you. Anybody willing to give up mic access for a minute here to let David in? I only have 10 mics available here.
Go ahead and cut me off, David.
All right, hold on, Spike. And if you want to come back in, just let me know, and I'll revoke mic. Go over here to David. Next time we'll do it in Zoho meetings because I don't have a limit on that. Okay, works a little bit different. I like the platform we're in right now. Okay, David, did you have a question? You turn your mic on. I gave you mic access, and you just click the mic that's showing somewhere on your side of the screen, and you have mic access that way. And if you don't want to talk, just let me know, and I'll revoke your mic right now and hand it back to Spike. I'll do that. I'm going to revoke David Hudson. I'm going to revoke your mic, and I'm going to give it back to Spike. And David, if you have a question or something, send me a chat. Ask a question. I'll turn it back on. All right. Here we go. All right. Questions so far on anything here? It's a simple concept. And if you're not using it, you're cheating yourself. All right. How many times have you entered a trade? And Spike, I know you have. You've been trading for a long time. Have you entered a trade? The market goes straight up to where you thought it was going to go up, and you didn't move your stop, and you gave all the money back.
That's why I figured that's why I came up with doing my stops the way I do, because they kept coming back on me.
Yeah, and you have to you have to manually do that. But if you use the jump stops, you don't have to. Which is the wonderful thing about jump stops. All right. Somebody else give me a market. I mean, we got pending orders here, pending here on the NASDAQ. Pending here on the S&P. Let me get filled on both of these. I don't want it there. No, I don't want it there. That's the wrong place for an entry. And I'll show you why. Let me go over here and I'll show you why that's a wrong place for an entry. Go over here to options and say buy a call. See, that is at a strike price. All right? That's at a strike price. All right, now let me cancel that. All right, I'm going to cancel that. I canceled it. You don't want your order at a strike price, because price will go to a strike price all the time and then back off. Strike prices are like magnets. So here, 39.35. What is a strike here? 39.35. 39. It is 39.35 is a strike. All right. So I would put it not at 39.35 and a quarter. That's just a little bit too close. I'd put it above that a little bit. There. You didn't give up much, $25 or something, but it's above that strike price. All right. So if the market does come up and hit that strike price and then come back down, I didn't get filled, which is a heck of a lot better than coming up and getting filled and then the price drops. Now, if you don't think that strike prices become support and resistance levels, I'm going to prove to you what I'm talking about. Hopefully it works on this chart. It works on almost all of them all the time. We're going to say buy a call. Watch this. See here, look over here on the left. Their strike price with support over here. Strike price, resistance. Strike price here. There's resistance. Spike price. Strike price, support. 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 Here, support. All right, let's look at another one. All right, let's look at corn. All right, strike prices. Spike, I think you were probably aware of this, weren't you? Look at this high here. Look at this. Support, strike price, resistance. strike price resistance. All right, here, strike price support, strike price support, strike price resistance. Now we can find something that has further strikes that are further apart. Silver doesn't, it's close. Options, calls. Well, there's support. There's strike at support. Well, I have too many strikes, but that's support. That's exactly at support. That'll be exactly at resistance, right? So just remember that strike prices are like magnets, and it'll draw the price to them, all right? In the example that we're looking at right here, right? Let me move it over here. So here. Let me just place that, and I'm going to cancel the order. I'm not going to place it. But here, if you had your stop, your buy stop, think about this for a second. If you'd have said, okay, if it breaks that resistance right there, I want to get long. Well, what would have happened? You'd have gotten long, it would have gone to the strike price, came right back down again. Whereas if you'd had your entry order just on the other side of that strike price, you wouldn't have been filled. It's also good for limit orders. You know, if you want a limit order on the way down, if you're bullish the market, use your head. Use your 50% tools here. All right. Here's a 50. Look here. Here's a 50. Price came right back down. All right. Came through here, back up again, came back down, settled at 50. All this is just a cluster in here. It wasn't trending at all. But find something that has a good 50 or 60% Fibonacci retracement, and then look for strikes around that area, strike prices around that area, if you're trying for a limit order. It also works on exiting trades, obviously. If you wonder where the price is going to go up on the high side here, well, you want your stop order. You want to take profits just below that strike price. You don't want your stop just above a strike price. You want it just below a strike price, right? Let's see. Let's pick out another chart. We're going to pick out another person here. Let me ask, put some chats in here. Am I losing you? Is this helpful? Is it not helpful? Is it? So add some chats. Tell me what your thoughts are here. All right, John, thanks. How about the rest of you? All you have to do is click on chat and type. John says, I have a question where to take profits and how to close to trail. I'm not sure what you mean, how to close to trail. How to put a trailing stop on? Is that what you're talking about? John, is that what you're talking about? How to use a trailing stop? Okay. Just turn your mic on, John, and tell me what you're trying to do here. What's your question? Your mic's not working. Okay. Let me see if
David, he might be asking about how do you determine, how do you place your target? How do you figure out your targets? I think that's what he's asking.
okay. Well, a lot of different ways to do it. Spike, you're probably one of the best ones in the room to share views on that. But I go in, if I'm looking here, let's say silver. John, hopefully this is what you're asking. I would go in here on silver, and I would go to a longer term chart, like a weekly. And I will start looking at where the next resistance is, as an example here. We had resistance here. And I would count this as stronger resistance. It's hit it twice rather than this resistance here. So that's at 30.09. And I can just about guarantee you it's at 30 even. Let me see. High 39 and was 30.04. All right, so 30.04, you can see your high here, over here in the top left. Here is 30.04. I'd go back to a daily, and if I was going to get long that, I'd bring this up here. Well, that happens to be where the weekly is here. All right, that was the high of that weekly. That would be my target. All right, and I would do it. I mean, that's $10,000. I mean, come on. Yeah, you could do a jump on. I mean, if you're trading a huge account and you want to do that, you need a $250,000 account to be able to trade a $10,000. You know, you'd have to have a huge risk on that. But that's how you'd figure it out. If you got long here. You know, if you got long here, I wanted to put a stop down here somewhere, and you got a huge account, you got a $250,000 account, you can take a $12,000 risk. Since we're not trading in the room with a $250,000 account, we're trading with a $50,000, $60,000 account. That's why I'm using options. Okay. Or I can make the same percentage, if not more, and get in all the markets that I couldn't normally trade. I can trade with options. All right. Somebody give me another market. Let's see here. Somebody give me a market. We'll look at a market. I'm going to call it a night. Unless you got questions, I'll sit here till the cows come home if you have questions. But if I'm not getting questions or comments or anything else, I don't know what else to do. So somebody give me a chart. Somebody ask me a question. Turn a mic on. Send me a chat. Do something, please. All right, got a chat showing somebody here. Chat. It makes sense. Thank you. Okay, that's John. How about somebody other than John? John's has his mic on. Talk a little bit. Ask a few questions. How about somebody else? Anybody? Fitz, Kelly, Wes, Alex, Mark. Somebody. No question. What? I heard somebody. All right. Yes.
Yeah, it's Cliff.
Cliff. Hi.
I mean, you. It seems like John raised the question, anyways, about trailing stops, and you were going to maybe you could show how you would do that, how you would set up a trailing stop.
Okay. No problem. I'll do that. Let's go in here and look at a 10-minute chart. Now, I do not trade 10-minute charts. I don't trade 5-minute charts. Occasionally, you'll see me trade a 60-minute chart to enter a market. All right. But I'm a position trader. I'm a longer term trader. If I'm in and out of a trade in a day, it's real unusual. Like wheat. Yesterday I got in, got out today. Real unusual. All right. Trailing stops. Here. All right. I'm going to have to trail a stop here using blue light. I'm going to have to go short this market, which is not what I want to do, but I'm going to do it just to show you. All right. I'm going to come in here. All right. This is a 10-minute chart. I'm going to put an order to sell that market. Well, let's just do it right here. So I'll get filled on that. And I'm doing something stupid because I'm not going to do it. I'm long crude. They'd probably shoot me at the exchange or something if I did that. Let me find something I'm not in. Wheat, I'm not in. Let's go in. Well, wheat's not trading. Let's find something that I'm not in that is trading.
Wheat will be trading in 2 minutes.
Okay. Let's go in. All right. And look at wheat. March here. Change this to a 10-minute chart. Only for an example, I do not trade 10-minute charts. All right. That price dropped. All right. This afternoon on the close. I came in and tried to get out over in here, and I couldn't do it, unfortunately. I think that market will probably come back down. So it's not going to let me place a trade. See, it's market's not open yet. All right. But if I was going to do that, just for an example, I wouldn't get, well, I'm not going to get into anything other than examples right now. One more minute, we place a trade here. Well, if we're going to do that, I got 1 minute left. Let's figure out where price could come back down to. Usually after a big run like it had today, this bar here came back up here. It'll come back down 50% of that. Did it do that? Came down it came right down to 62. Right down in here, and then bounced up again. Now it's coming back. All right, now then, I'm going to do this. It's going the opposite way that I thought it would. Let's delete that. And I'm just going to buy the market here. All right, I'm going to buy the market. Now, where's my stop? Stop's down here. Chart overlays, bulls and bears. Here. All right, I'm going to put my stop here. I'm going to change that. And I'm going to trail blue light. Now watch it jump. All right, here's my stop. That's going to jump. There it goes. See that automatically trail blue light. Here. So I've got $112 worth of risk. All right, and I just got lost $50. That doesn't matter. I'm not counting. I'm in the demo account. I'm just showing you how this would work. Now it's going to come down, and it's probably going to stop me out here. There. All right, but that's how I trail blue light. All right. At first, I said I should have sold that, and I should have. Then I could have trailed. Now blue light. If you want to watch blue light's here. Now watch it flip. It's going to go up here. Can't tell you where, but it'll go up here somewhere. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry, I had to go open the gate. We got somebody here. All right. But you'll see a blue light flip here in a minute. When this passes through, which it has, on the next bar, it's going to flip up here. Then if you wanted to go short that market, you could short it and trail blue light. Let's just do that since we're playing here. We're going to short the market. See if this gets filled. Here, I'm going to short it here. 79, that's not what I want. I wanted an odd number right below an even number. There. Okay. And my stop is up here somewhere. There it is. And I'm going to bring it down here somewhere, and I'm going to tell it to trail blue light. Edit order, come in here, trail blue light. So what's going to happen, if I get filled on this, if I get short this, then blue light will flip up to here somewhere. It's going to flip up where I get filled or not because it's already past it. So blue light's going to flip up here. Can't tell you exactly where, but it'll flip up here somewhere, and then I could get short and I could have my stop trailing the blue light, which would just continue down. And I would stay in that trade all the way until price came back up and hit my stop me out. And you could trail blue light all the way down to here. I mean, it was a long run in blue light up here. Here was a short blue run. Well, you look here today, that was a $460 move on blue light there. John, hopefully that answered your question. Cliff, that answer questions you might have had? Chats, I got chats going. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay, you can adjust blue light, John. You can come over here and click on blue light, go over here and slide the bar. Watch blue light move. All right, sensitivity. Here, see it move? Now, occasionally I will move blue light sensitivity, but not often, because what I found is that the default blue light is very, very good. All right, better than mine for sure. All right, where am I over here? Close positions, $100. I lost on that one playing around. All right, here I'm up 1,700 for today plus closed. $800 up on closed. Well, actually more than that, 900, because that trade didn't count today because that was a pretend trade for the session tonight. All right, so we're up 900, so we're up 2,800. All right. Now then, any other questions? Because I'm going to show you something after this. Any other trading related questions? No? Okay, I'm going to jump in here because I want to make sure you understand how to do something here. All right, here. Here's the community. Go back here to the networks. This is our trading community over here for our live day trades, which is part of this package here. But you can go over here to topics, and you'll see all these topics under here. And they almost all of them have good stuff under here. There's projection fans from Spike, an article that he did. You can click on that. All right, ask questions, learn in here. All right, click off this. Now you can, at the top of this, you can expand it, or it will, here, it'll expand that. It's not doing it because we're doing a webinar. But there it goes. Here's a post from Charles this morning about coffee. So if you don't want to see all the charts, laid out you know, this takes a whole lot of room. You come back over here and just close this, and it'll do this, and you can scroll through. All right. And to follow those, all you do is say follow. Actually, I'm following, so if I click don't follow, I'd come back over here and say follow. Software, option trading. Okay, Paso, this is just, you know, if somebody's got, you know, hang up about cat videos and you want to post a cat video in here like I do my dog videos, come in here and just let people know, hey, I'm real. I'm a real person. Here's my truck broke down yesterday. It's in the shop today getting a new clutch. All right. There goes it. All right. So this is just for anything that you want to talk about. If you had a birthday, if you had an anniversary, if you had something. All right. There's my dog, my little puppy. He's now 50 pounds at 5 months. He's going to be a monster. All right. Recipes, cornbread. I like cornbread. I made Mexican cornbread. So anyway, you can join any of the topics that you want. You don't have to join any of them. Everything else is not topic related. Section on stocks, chart patterns, Forex, risk management, and suggestion boxes. I do not have a single suggestion in the suggestion box. All right, which is kind of disheartening because I work on this every day. You don't know how many hours I put on this every day. All right. All right. Take profits before the fall. Charles White just posted this. All right. Says new. All right. He just, no, take that back. He posted it earlier and I added it as a featured. But anyway, go in here and follow these topics. Now you can go to your preferences in here and your settings. Where is it? Network settings, your settings. Where is it? Here, account, your purchase, notifications. And you can tell it, I want push notifications, go to your phone, email notifications. As it happens, I want a daily digest. So if you don't want, you know, be bombarded with emails every day from everything, you can say, I just want a daily digest. It's going to send you one email a day with links back to the stuff. You can tell it here what you want, what you don't want to be notified about, and everything, all this. So you control that. All right. So if you're getting inundated with too many emails, notifications and stuff, turn them off. But at least, my gosh, come in here and follow the topics and get a daily digest if that's what you want. And then another one of my rants I'm going to say for a minute here. Please come in here and get active in the community. Start posting questions, comments, charts, anything else that you want to. Post some stuff under the topics in here. You can post anything that you want to under a topic in here. Like if you have a question or comments on commodity trading, just come in here and add it. All right. You can put videos in here if you want to. You can put, you know, pictures, charts, you know, whatever you want to. You can expand it to an article if you want to do that. Make a full article out of it. All right. But start posting some stuff in here. Because the more that we have going on in here, the more people that are going to come in, the more people that are going to stay, the better the community will be. You know, I'm trying every way that I know how to get this active and get a lot of people in here and a lot of people active. And right now, unfortunately, there's only a few people that are active. All right, that's my rant and my rave for what that's worth. Any questions on trading? Anything? No? I'm going to post the recording to this. And it'll be later tonight or in the morning when I post it. It'll be available for 2 days, then it's taken down. And then it's put in the webinar archives folder, which is part of the premium plan, which is a whopping $29 a month. And you get a whole bunch of stuff with that. Okay. I'm going to end it. I'm going to stop recording and I will see you later. Take care.